You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
A new season is upon us. Let's not fall into bad habits and let another insurance policy go by without review. Our offices are open and our licensed agents are available to shop your policy coverage and prices with dozens of insurance companies. Phone, email, 24-hour chat, or a good old-fashioned face-to-face meeting. We offer it all. Home, auto, business, and life. The Burns Agency has been a trusted, full-service insurance solution in your community since 1932. There's no better time to start saving than today. The Burns Agency, Norwich, Dayville, or online at burnsagency.com.
Better. Better at Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
News and information.
Griswold, Jewett City, Plainfield.
SNSN.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's Tuesday. It's not snowing.
Feels like a Monday.
It's Tuesday. It's if it was Monday, then Paul would be here, and you would not.
Paul would be here. One eye.
Paul did yesterday was bitch and moan on how
No way.
sore he was.
Really? For what?
Shoveling.
Oh.
I told him, I said, dude, then why don't you just have somebody on retainer and come do it? Because he does have a slopey road. You know, he lives on the side street, and it goes down, you know, and it would
A little
be a pain.
hazardous.
Yeah. And Paul is, you know, I mean, he's
Young.
He's a young 78, you know, and but he's out there shoveling, doing the thing.
Oh, good.
And
If he can do it,
well, so far so
you got to
good.
keep it up.
But he was talking about.
I bet I'm sore from shoveling the driveway.
I was sore from watching people shovel. So I mean, so he but he did it. He said to me, he goes, I sure as hell hope there's no more of this. I said, why? He goes, it'll kill me.
It's only the beginning of February now.
Yeah.
This is like the height of hasn't even started.
It is February 1st, is it not?
Mm-hmm. Last I checked, I think it's still February 1st.
Well, you know what? I mean, I've said it all year, last 31 days, that I hate January, February.
Because of the snow or
just
in general?
In general, they're just the only thing I like about it is my daughter, you know, has a birthday tomorrow.
Yep.
You know, and then Cameron, you know, he has a birthday tomorrow too. So you know, I mean, there are reasons why, you know, I do like, you know, February or January. But as far as the days are concerned, they're long. I know they're short, but they're long.
Yeah.
They're gray. They're just.
You get the winter blues.
Oh, it's just crappy. You know, it's like I have tried to petition to get rid of January and February off of the Gregorian calendar.
Didn't work, huh?
It's not working. It's not working. But I need your support, everybody. I need your support to get rid of January and February.
So you know that whole winter blues thing is real. That's a true
seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah, that's what the technical term is.
Yeah.
I like seasonal blues.
SAD, sad. That's what it is. It's sad.
Well, create a support group.
Huh?
Create a support group.
We should, huh?
Have your discos at night when it's dark out, and you can. Alaska probably does that. It's dark for months.
I know. I couldn't live there.
Huh?
I could not live there. But then when it's daytime, it's
day
daytime.
for days.
Yeah, to like 3 a.m, and then the sun goes down and comes right back up again. But I would.
Well, they say that's why like Alaska is the highest alcohol and drug per capita
in Alaska. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that would
because it's so depressing. There's nothing there. You go outside and talk to the elk. That's really
before they become elk sausage.
Yeah.
All right. So today is a brand new month, and soon enough we'll be the hell out of it too because it's a short month. Thank God.
28 this year. 28 days this year.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, 28 days.
Bum, bum, bum.
Matter of fact, I want to let you know that you'll be getting a raise here.
Thank you.
On February 30th. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, Rich Waslick will be getting a raise on February 30th here at SN.
My W-2 will reflect it.
No, it's completely under the table. Completely under the table. So with a new month, which means there are new holidays, right? So there are a ton of new holidays that you can celebrate in the month of February that people didn't already know about.
Really?
Yep, exactly. Like today, February 1st, there are some holidays out there that people don't know about. So I'm just going to review a couple of them. So if one gets you right in the feels, so today is today, February 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's African American Coaches Day. That's today.
Really?
It's Car Insurance Day.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I paid mine yesterday.
Yeah.
Change Your Password Day. February 1st is Change Your Password Day. It's also Chinese New Year. So we'll celebrate.
It's in February? I thought it was January.
No.
Really?
Chinese New Year, February 1st. You can
That's
celebrate
cool.
it with some egg foo young today.
Sweet. You get my Chinese dinner tonight.
It's National Baked Alaska Day.
There you go.
And from what you were saying, because of this time of the year, there are lots of people in Alaska that are baked. So
there you go.
Because of the darkness everywhere. Let's see, it's Hula in the Coola Day.
Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
Put my grass skirt on and do the hula.
I don't even want to know what that means. It's Decorating with Candy Day. That is today. It's a G.I. Joe Day.
Oh, I love G.I. Joe.
It's National Freedom Day. I never knew February 1st was National
Never
Freedom
heard of that.
Day. It's observed annually on February 1st every year.
And you still celebrate that?
I guess. It's National Dark Chocolate Day. It's National Get Up Day. Get up, get
Cameron
busy.
would like that.
I want to see you party. Huh? Yeah.
Cameron would like that.
Yeah, no. No. That is National Let's Sleep In Again Day. It's National Serpent Day.
Serpent.
Yes,
Day.
National Serpent Day.
Sounds like a soup.
It does. It also sounds like a celebration for my ex-wives. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Hey.
One in particular. It's Robinson Crusoe Day.
Oh, is his birthday or something, or is it just?
I don't know.
We just picked today to celebrate him.
Let me see. Let me see what it says here. Why is this going on? There is no
information.
There's no information on Robinson Crusoe Day, so it's apparently just a ruse. And today is, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Spunky Old Broads Day.
Sweet.
Yeah, on February 1st. Now, some information about this one. Let me read it to you. The celebration of Spunky Old Broads was created as a month-long holiday. So the entire month of February is Spunky Old Broads month.
It's the Cougar month.
Dr. Gail Carson said the first day of the celebration has always become Spunky Old Broads Day. Carson, a coach and advisor to CEOs and entrepreneurial managers around the world, who focuses on helping older women in particular, thought that the world's spunky old broads, or SOBs, SOBs.
There you go.
The day and month celebrate women 50 and older who don't want to get old quietly and who are interested in living a regret-free life.
It's too late by then, isn't it? It's already too late by then if you're going to regret it.
No, well, yeah, but you can stop regretting. You can stop regretting. And Dr. Carson chose February because that was her own birth month. So happy Spunky Old Broads month.
Happy Sobs Night.
Yeah, that's a great one. wonder how many people. It's one of those things you don't want to ask.
Yeah. You celebrating today?
You celebrating? Hey, Laura, are you celebrating Spunky Old Broads Day? Let's see. Oh, and it's free admission to Disney on February 30th and 31st.
Oh,
I can't wait for that. And
fly down.
And we said Robinson Crusoe Day. Scott says Robinson Cano Day. No, that's a different podcast altogether. That's the Bronx Beer and Baseball one. Scott, you ought to listen to it sometime. Sweet. It's kind of cool. Victoria says, I'm going to celebrate, although 50 is not old. You're right.
50 is the new 40, right?
50 is the new 20. What are you talking about?
Starting to scratch.
But even I gotta be honest, even with guys,
mm-hmm.
I have to say, and it's all over. There's this whole thing lately with the whole dad bod thing.
Yeah.
We've kind of talked about it, right?
Yeah. We took pictures, remember?
Yeah, and and then there's there's young women,
mm-hmm.
20, 25, 30 that are seeking out men that are 50, 60 plus. And it's just, I think it's just the answer to calling women cougars. Young men going after older women, right? That's okay, right?
I think so.
That's been a thing for ever, 20 years or so, 30 years.
Since the beginning of time.
Yeah, exactly. So, but apparently it's not, okay for younger adult women to be going after older men. For some reason, that is considered creepy. I don't know why, being an older man.
Well, maybe someone can explain it. I don't know.
50 plus dad bods, and Scott put it up. It's also tattoos and a beard.
Yep.
But what I have found out, it's not about 50 plus.
What's it about?
It's not about the dad bod. It's really not even about the tattoos.
What's it about?
It's all about the beard, I guess. I really think.
Pulling on the beard?
Yeah. Just the beard,
I tried growing a beard. It didn't work.
You get the porn stash going, though.
I'm working on it.
Let's see.
Do it up.
I have to go to another section here to find out.
I'd be interested to find out what's attractive about the beard, though. What is the big turn on about the beard?
Don't ask me. But yeah, ladies, what is it? What is it about the beard?
Is it tugging on it, or is it a drag the man with the beard, or
I don't know.
They like to comb it and take care of it, or is it?
Court Kinney says, "Happy February! Every day should be National Freedom Day, as your freedoms need to be constantly defended as they quietly disappear."
Excellent.
Just true. Thank you, Court.
True story. Maybe he can explain about the beard too at the same time.
Maybe Jonathan Harden, of course, one of our wonderful
basketball,
baseball.
He was on yesterday, right?
Yeah, and last night too.
We did the game, right?
The Grizzled St. Bernard's girls game, which the girls won.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They did. He said, "That's right." Talking about the dad bod. John Harden has got the dad bod of all dad bods. He's got the little beard going on. I don't know about tattoos. I've never seen him naked. And then, of course, he's got...
They're in a secret spot.
He's a big, bulky dude and stuff like that.
His tattoos in a secret spot.
He's the king of the dad bods right there. Victoria says a well-groomed beard is nice, but not the wild ones with things possibly living in it. It's like that. It's like that episode of Family Guy.
Oh,
Peter Griffin had 3 birds. You're talking about the twin that was on the side of his head. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I just never. When I was with my son's mom, she wanted me to have a mustache. So, okay. So I did. She loved it. I don't know. She always said how much she liked it and stuff. And as soon as we broke up, boom, that was gone.
See ya. Yeah.
Yeah, I was out. Peace out, bitches. No.
You know what I think
it.
started
just
the
don't
beard
like
thing
it.
again was Duck Dynasty. You ever seen that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that was the beginning of the beard.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think you're right. I think you're
So when I
absolutely
started
right,
seeing all the guys growing the beards because the women on the show liked the beards.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, not me. Nothing. I don't think. To me, it's.
I can't do it anyway.
Really?
Well, it's against OSHA. You can't have beards and stuff.
OSHA?
Yeah, for masks and stuff for firefighting and everything.
Oh, for your profession.
Yeah,
oh,
you can't have
all
them.
right.
We actually have to get tested. Actually, we got to get tested, and they put a mask on your face, and it has to measure the air leaks and stuff, and the beard and the hair get in the way.
So Scott says apparently gray in the beard is also a popular thing.
Yeah, the gray is in silver.
So yeah, so this is what I think is kind of ironic is that if guys like older women, that's supposed to be cool because the older women are being celebrated because they're quote unquote cougars, right? Like what we had mentioned a couple of minutes ago. So that's all well and good. And then guys, because we're basically sluts, it's okay, But if flip it around and a woman likes the guys, the dad bod, well then it's not cool anymore. She's got daddy issues.
Does she?
I don't know, but that's what I've heard. Laura said the pandemic also helped with the beard trend.
Yeah,
the beard trend. Too.
Beard. Yeah. I agree.
both of them. That's because people couldn't get to the store to get razors. I think that's pretty much why that is.
Razors and toilet paper.
Scott's proudly bearded since 2012. Oddly enough, 2012 was also the year of the apocalypse. Yeah. And there we go. Studio audience approves of yet another bad joke. All right. So enough of the tomfoolery. We talked about just before we went on about what do we want to talk about today? And one of the things that I wanted to talk about for a little bit now, but just hadn't put it out there. There are different parts of certain towns where you don't want to go to because maybe there's some activity that you don't like, or they're at nighttime, it's a little less desirable than, of course, there's not really, Jewett City doesn't really have the ghetto or anything, but, and kids that call certain areas of Jewett City the ghetto have no idea what the ghetto is.
No. It's not Compton.
No. Or even Norwich.
Right.
Sorry.
He's gonna go to London, but that's her.
Well, but we've got mini ghettos, which is like one house.
Yeah.
But what areas do you feel in town or your town that could need extra policing, or maybe just needs to go away altogether? Or needs
knock
to
it down and rebuild.
Yeah, and it could be certain things in your town. It doesn't have to be a house.
Yeah.
Or anything, but just certain.
You hit the reset button. Yeah.
Exactly. So what do you guys think? Out in social media land, out in SNSN land, in the world, is there an area of your town where you think that does need more either police protection or police attention, community attention?
I think that's
town attention, either to clean it up, change it up. You hit that thing all the time
because it sticks out. Then I don't have my glasses on.
This guy is such an ass. He says Ashland Street. Some sketchy people live on that street. Never mind the stop sign. Scott, why don't you crack those jokes when you're here? God. But he does bring up, kidding aside, the stop sign at
I saw a guy blow right
Ashland
through
and
it
Carly.
yesterday.
Dude,
I was stopped at the stop sign. He blew right through it.
let me tell you, that happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That is not anything new. We would sit outside and literally, it was myself, Melissa, and Lisa Coe. We were just sitting out there one day and watching how many cars. It was like 20 out of 20. Just that's a legit number. Just blowing through like it didn't matter. So then I went out there with my phone and I just pointed it like I was taking pictures and taking video. Every freaking person stopped.
Really?
Uh-huh. Every single one of them stopped.
I think part of it is that they don't think there's a officer in town watching them. I think they believe there's not an officer in town that's really keeping an eye on stuff.
Once in a while, there is a state trooper that will sit on Carly Avenue.
Yeah, I see him. He farther down, so you can't see him at the stop sign.
Yep. It's not often. It's not often, but I do see it. Because I live in the vicinity. So it's
Well, Dave was driving by yesterday. He was stopped at my house. Yeah, he was driving through the neighborhoods and.
Oh, they do.
So they do, but I think it's people think that they're not around because you don't see them all everywhere.
But like I saw a trooper, I don't know, a few nights ago, at the exit of Grizzle High School on the 164 side.
Yep.
Sitting there. I see him sitting at town hall. I don't understand that. I don't understand
that they're sitting there.
Yeah, maybe because it's more centralized. I don't know, but I think there are other spots. That's when people are hightailing it right down Ashland Street.
Maybe, yeah.
Hill Street is crazy.
Sometimes they're waiting for someone to go by in particular.
Scott says the guy in front of me yesterday blew both stop signs and the school bus like it wasn't even there. I think if not personally, now I'm not a police officer, so I don't have this training, so I can only go off what I feel emotionally. Is that I feel that state troopers or police or whatever town you're in, at nighttime, if nothing's going on, instead of sitting downtown where everybody can see you, why don't you sit in an area, that is known to be problematic, but still close enough where you can, Jewett City, you can get anywhere really
you can walk there.
You know damn well if something happens, there's 9 troopers here all of a sudden. They're like ninjas. They just come out of the woodwork. They're there.
I think sometimes you can't see them either because they are hiding.
Lisa Coe says, I mooned you at the Carly Avenue sign. She did, and I invited again. That was the frost on my pumpkins.
I know sometimes.
Lisa, miss you, and I love you. I love you, and I miss you.
I know sometimes the officers are actually told they have to sit at a certain spot.
Yeah, like I said, I'm only made my choice is only an emotional choice because I'm not trained. In that. And so,
I know. Like at work, sometimes the sergeant will call. They're like, "Hey, this officer has been told they have to sit here. Don't send them on calls or assigned to sit here from this time to that time because they're doing a property check. And sometimes they're requested, hey, we want a presence downtown, for instance, maybe for a little while." So they're told to sit there for a little while. Yeah, I can't, I there's no way that I can sit here and say, yes, they should be doing that because I don't know, and, and I know they are out there to protect and serve. So no one served me coffee yet. So, I mean, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Troopers, we'd like coffee today. And you'll be protecting the world by bringing us coffee. I know we had a meeting the other night, and they say they drive down through the skate park and down to that area back there where the parks are and stuff. So they check those at night, and they drive through some of those areas. But they also, because they're an officer in this town, they also still have to respond other places. No. So they back them up in other places. Oh, I wasn't disputing what they do. I was just saying that's. No, I mean that's probably why they're not sitting all different places all the time. So it's people don't realize, like, Eastern Connecticut, you may only have 6 troopers on a shift for the whole Eastern Connecticut,
Mhm.
like Southeastern for Troop B's district. Then Troop D, they may only have 6 officers. In New London, there's only 5 officers a shift sometimes
Mhm.
for the whole city.
Yeah.
So there's really not a lot of officers like people think there are.
Is it legal to put up a camera that can get pictures of cars and license plates when they run the stop sign? I know they have cameras for stoplights for that reason. The answer to that question is yes.
Yeah.
Laura, you can video anything outside on public property. If you're standing on public property, as long as you're not
Facing a window.
pointing it like at a window, or like you're trying to
Take a picture inside of someone's personal property. Yeah.
But if you're just standing out there, like for example, if you could actually walk in town hall.
Mhm.
You could walk in town hall with your camera rolling.
The public domain.
It's public. I think you can do it in a courthouse too, can't you? You just can't carry a gun, but
Yeah, I don't think you can carry it in a courtroom. I think probably the lobby. I don't think you can do it in a courtroom without permission. I'm not sure 100%.
that's something we should check on. If somebody knows the answer to that, I'd like to know. But any public property,
Mhm.
you can record. I can stand outside and record every car, every license plate that I want.
Yeah. Probably.
What's different? People say, "Well, you're going to see my license plate. You're going to know who it is." Well, you know what? Somebody could be on the side of the road just writing them down.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing. It's not any different.
No, we get calls like that. So someone stopped and they're taking pictures. Cool. Okay.
What are you going to do? Not much you can do about
Is
it.
that different today than it was 20 years ago? I don't know.
No. It's so yes, Laura, you can do that if you want to. That's why I stood outside and just messed with people.
That's why people have cameras on their houses. It's all the time.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, I got 6 at least on mine, so you
Mhm.
can. Just so people know, when you drive around Annex,
Right,
Maple, and Elm, you're on camera the whole time.
It's not like that. You can go to Radio Shack and get one of those lawn signs. It says protected by, alarm, and you don't have an alarm.
Smile.
You just have the sign.
And smile, you're on camera.
And you want to know something? That was a big deterrent.
Mhm.
If you talk to insurance companies, they'll say having a sign out there, because people will just go, do they or do they not?
Mhm.
But just enough to put the doubt into somebody's mind that maybe they won't.
Yeah.
So
No, you walk into some of the packies, you're like, don't get scared, you're on camera, or smile.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess is there a certain area? We haven't really kind of gotten into that, a certain area. What we kind of did. I mean,
A little bit. Yeah.
I think
I think
Ashland Street
my
needs
biggest
more
thing,
attention.
I think everywhere, the traffic,
Uh-huh.
speed. I think that would be my biggest.
Good point. Because this morning, when I was just leaving the radio station to go across to get coffee,
Mhm.
I'm walking across the street and I'm already halfway across, and this idiot is barreling down North Main, down towards Main Street. Wouldn't stop, but literally swayed to get out of so they wouldn't hit me.
Really?
They didn't stop. They just kept going.
You're going to be late.
Yeah, but come on. What if I slipped and fell backwards?
Mhm.
I mean, what kind of an
Yeah.
or you hit the walk light. This is my personal favorite. You hit the walk light, you get the walk light, and you start walking across, and somebody comes out of Ashland Street and they're turning left onto East Main while you're halfway across and you have the walk light.
Mhm.
You know what I do? I stop right in the middle of Main Street and I point at him and go, "Hey, look at the light." Dumbass.
Did they stop?
Huh?
Did they stop? Did they stop when you
Oh,
pointed?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. One guy flipped me off.
Yeah, you waved.
So I put my fist on his hood and I went, "Ah." Ryan makes a really good point. Roll an empty baby stroller in front of them. They'll never speed again after that.
Mhm.
Maybe I should just walk myself in a baby stroller.
Yeah.
Across.
You'll probably find one on the side of the road somewhere.
So, what do y'all think? Kathy, what do you think? Dominic Scavone, good morning. What do you think? Is there a certain area in town that you think needs extra police attention or or resident attention? What? Same thing in Plainfield, Sterling, whatever town you are in. Is there a problem area that you figure or think needs more attention? Daryl says put a watermelon in the stroller.
Yeah. So they go.
That would mess somebody up for life.
Hey,
That really would.
it's a shocking factor. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Or well, you guys are mean. Put a doll in it for that was Victoria for full effectiveness.
So it goes flying in with a doll and a watermelon.
The doll and the watermelon. Yeah. David says wasn't getting your live feeds for a while. What happened to the psychic lady on Tuesdays? She acquired more police attention. Well, what happened there, David, was we moved Psychic Tuesday to Thursday, and the our psychic Lisa, who had a shop in our town, actually moved her shop to the next town over. So between setting everything up and moving her business across town and across county lines, really is.
It's really true. Yeah.
Yeah, Windham County and New London County. Right? It started out that she was busy and then she couldn't come in, and then we just kind of. What the hell is shaking?
I think it's my mic.
Let's be very, yeah. Let's be very, very quiet. Yeah, I don't know why that thing is. Yeah, just be very gentle. So we moved her to Thursday, thinking it would be a better day for her, and that didn't work out well for her. So we kind of put the show on ice until literally, to see until maybe when it eases up. I hope it never eases up business wise for her because she's apparently doing well.
That busy, good for her. That's
yeah. God bless her. If that's the way that it is.
People love rocks in Plainfield. Wow.
Yeah. Well, they love Lisa too. She's from that town too. So
yeah, the girls went and visited her when she moved her shop.
Did they?
Yeah, they went over there. Yeah.
So yeah, David. And then we used to do time travel Thursday.
Yep.
So we found out the guy was
traveled somewhere else.
He was a complete fraud. That's what he was. He learned a lot about Joe. Joe's name isn't even Joe. It was Bobby. Still is Bobby. And I found him on, of course, TikTok, because everybody tells the truth on TikTok.
They lie?
Oh, no.
Well, kids will be disappointed.
So now he calls himself the Angry American.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He's a way right-wing conservative. I mean, we're talking Yosemite Sam gunslinging, bang, 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 bang. You got my rights? I'd like to have my rights back. That kind of
sweet.
David says you need a wrestling show.
You put your wrestling costume on,
brother. I would love to do a wrestling show. I
like high school wrestling.
No. I know what he's talking about.
What are you going to be? What's going to be your nickname?
The Mauler. I don't know. I don't know. I would love to do a pro wrestling show, but the problem with that is it's there's so many of them. It's oversaturated, and it's hard. You think getting a psychic on here is tough, right? Try getting a pro wrestler.
I can imagine.
Well, because some of them are of course very big and make lots of money, and they're bona fide stars. And you got, some that aren't, but they're so far in their head.
You have to
they
call
think
them
they
up.
are.
You have to call them up from like Milford, and that's where they're stationed now, right?
Huh?
Down in Milford, that area.
What about it?
That's where they have a lot of them now, isn't it?
No. They actually, most of them live in Florida.
Do they?
Tampa.
So I thought one of their owners, they lived down in that area.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where the WWE.
Yeah.
Headquarters.
Yep.
Is. But most of them are they live in Florida.
Okay. We'll take a trip.
So Joanne, just so you know, and she puts, I was so disappointed about Time Traveler Joe. My family laughs at me, thought he was the real deal. Don't feel bad, Joanne, because he was very convincing. And he asked me one day, not on a show, but we were talking on the phone one day. And he said to me, he goes, "Do you believe that I'm a time traveler?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. Not sure." I said, "But if anybody is, you're probably the most convincing one that I've ever talked to or heard about or anything like that." And we left it at that. Then he kind of flew off in the crypto world and cryptocurrency, and turned out he was charging people money to get into his group where you can just get the same information for free. And
was he trying to make a living, or was he ripping them?
He's ripping them off. So, and now he's the angry American. So, good luck, Joe Bob. That's his name, Bobby. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a minute here. Let me see what we're doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah, here we go.
What you got going on there?
I don't even know. Be back in a minute right here on SN.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Griswold Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Griswold Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Griswold Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
Do you know the importance of house numbers? House numbers are not only convenient for finding addresses, but necessary for emergency responders to locate those in need. Residents are encouraged to take a few minutes to install house numbers or to examine the ones existing on your house. Those extra minutes spent trying to locate a property can mean the difference between life and death. So take the time now to be sure your house numbers may be seen from the street. The following has been brought to you by Griswold Health and Safety.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
All right. So if you like the 80s and 80s music, I really believe that everybody loves 80s music. Deep down inside, they love 80s music. Who doesn't love, "Hey, you want a brick of my stride? Come on." Or, "Billie Jean is not my lover."
That's when music was music.
Yeah. "Wanna be starting something, got to be starting something."
They say the Super Bowl show this year,
Yeah.
it's going to be one of the most popular ones right now
That's what they say.
because it's all 90s.
Hmm?
It's all 90s. So that generation are the ones actually watching the Super Bowl for commercials and the halftime show.
Hmm.
No one's watching for a football this year.
I watch it for the commercials. I'm so glad that the Dodgers and the Islanders are in the World Series.
Yeah, I thought the
couple
Red
weeks.
Sox were playing. And
One
the
of them
Yankees.
are.
Yeah.
One of them are.
But they said people aren't watching it this year for the teams; they're watching it for the Super Bowl show.
Yeah, well, that's because NSYNC apparently is going to be a naked full frontal.
Really?
Yeah.
They
let anything on network TV now.
Well, they're gonna have like what's his name there? Eminem. He's gonna be on it this year.
You mean the little candies?
Yeah. Yeah. Bouncing around.
I like the green one. He's funny.
But they're supposed to be one of the biggest shows popping up right now.
For a minute I thought you were going to say Casey Kasem. He's dead.
Yeah. Casey Kasem's dead?
I'm Casey Kasem.
He's dead, really?
I'm dead.
Oh.
Talk about a long distance dedication.
When did he die? I remember listening to him. When did he die?
When did he die?
Do you remember?
Well, Rich, let me tell you. I died when I stopped breathing.
One way, yeah.
Now, here's your long distance dedication. From here, everything is long distance. Thanks a lot.
Or Casey Kasem. I remember listening to him.
David says maybe do a wrestling show about independent wrestling. You'd have a better chance of getting those wrestlers on the show.
Yeah.
And they'd be free to promote. There are, and I will tell you something. The reason why I haven't done that is there was one guy I was trying to get because it was me and another guy named Sean Sass. Some people know him from being around here doing calling sports with us back when we first started. He had a lot of connections with a bunch of the guys, the independent guys, the wrestlers or whatever.
What's the difference?
Well, different independent promotions.
So
they were like
not
small
under contract?
regional. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're basically independent. Well, they're still independent contractors when you work for like WWE anyway. So, but there was one guy that we tried to get, and he didn't. Sean knew the guy, and then he just never returned his calls or texts. He just stopped. And what the hell was his name? Christian Casanova was his.
That's a real name?
No. That was his wrestling name. And to find out about a month later, after he totally big timed Sean, he's on WWE TV.
So maybe he couldn't go on
as Carmelo Hayes. Mello don't miss. And he's making it big, man.
Maybe he wasn't allowed to go on. Maybe that's why. Probably wasn't allowed to.
Maybe that's what it was. So, but the thing is that, like, for example, Christian Casanova was not his real name.
Yeah.
Neither is Carmelo Hayes. So you could probably do something with your real name because you own it when you don't own the.
I hope you own your own name, but that's.
Yeah, David, I think you're right. I think he signed a contract. And
probably. That's why.
Yeah. So, once again, getting back to different areas of town.
We're back on that. Okay.
Yeah, well, we kind of never really got off of it. We just kind of went off on tangents a little bit. Skate park in Jewett City.
Yes.
There's a lot of little hiding areas.
I think that's being talked about.
It is.
I don't know if we can talk about that. I don't know how that works. But
it's being talked about on two boards that I know of.
Yeah.
You know,
together,
yeah. So, well, we'll be together for the first time,
right?
Coming up in a few
couple weeks, right?
Next week,
yeah,
the 7th, a week from today.
Damn, time flies.
Or a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, today.
Yeah,
right. Oh, yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, actually, there's going to be 3 boards are going to talk about it.
Oh, it's going to be 3 now.
3.
Who's the third?
The borough.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Dude, they're a thing, you know. So the borough, public health and safety, and the rec commission.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is weird because I'm on 2 or 3 of those boards.
Yeah. That's to be on Monday night. So it's actually a week from last night. That's what I was saying.
Oh, that's right. It's Tuesday. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Well, I know it's I don't know what kind of details we're supposed to talk. Well,
I do know that
is one of the subjects. Yeah.
I do know that the borough agenda next week is going to be slim.
Oh.
So we can all have the meeting together to speak.
Well, because they're at the same night, right? The borough meeting and that meeting.
Well, the rec commission is at 7.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And the borough is what, 6?
Yeah.
So yeah.
6:15.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be short then. Yeah.
Right. And I believe the first selectman, Dana Bennett, is coming. I believe she is. But anyway, it's talked about. So that area up there is there's a lot of different possibilities. Do they keep it? Do they get rid of it? You know, do
we want
they
to replace it? Yeah.
Or do they just increase? Well,
I think
police activity or
police had a good point. It's like the lights aren't on really late, so they can't see when they do their property checks. So people can hide behind all those bumps and grumps, and they cut the chains and everything. So it's a lot of vandalism going on up there, and there's a lot of questions and points that people are making that are all right, but I don't know if there's any one answer. That's the one answer might be to make sure your kids are staying in at night. That's
Oh no! Don't you tell me how to parent my kids. My kid's an angel. Your kid's on angel dust. Look at him out. So a skate park. What about the and this could be the same in every single town. The dugouts at the baseball field.
It's the same in every town. When I was in Montville,
it's shelter.
It's shelter. And
homeless people could be, and they have.
Oh yeah. Again, when the police are doing the checks, you can't see inside dark places. They're just driving through.
Yeah.
If they don't see something, but there's a lot of places kids can hide. And when I was a kid, we used to go in the dugout.
Well, in field 2, like when you go down to the Little League field, it's the field on the left.
Okay.
The larger field.
I used to have my dog run around in there.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too. And the dugouts are closed. They're all enclosed. And they're facing the field.
Yep.
You can't see it.
You can't see anything
from the road. So
it's where I used to have the kids hide. The dog would find them for training. It was great places. But I think there's only so much you can do.
So do we need a shelter in Jewett City somewhere?
I think
because these people have to go somewhere. And if there's a shelter in Norwich and New London, and if they're in Jewett City, chances are they can't get to that shelter.
You drop them off. That's what other towns do. Other towns really do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But who's going to drop them off? Who in Jewett City?
Sometimes
just a private citizen?
No, so they'll come and get them.
That I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes. It depends on how busy they are. They actually
you mean
homeless
the police officers?
No, some police officers from other towns. Like I know in New London, they have the homeless hospitality center, and Stonington, Groton, all those towns would actually physically drop them off in New London. I don't think the state police would do that to other towns.
Isn't the one in Norwich all female? Women and children?
I don't know. I know there is one in New London, but I can't say where it is. Not that it's probably a secret, but it's supposed to be.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just the secret location?
That's what they say.
Why would it be a secret location?
Because it's the battered women's shelter.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. And they actually have women and children in there. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. And it's actually large. It's really be shocked at how large. And then they also have them in other places around the state.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. It's like at
Same
that point,
company.
it's like going into like witness protection, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I don't think someone actually looked into it. I remember them talking about it. There's not a lot of what you would consider homeless technically in this area right here.
Okay.
As compared to other places. I know there's one in particular that I don't think he's still down by the river, but
isn't one guy that lives down there is actually doing it by choice?
A lot of them are doing it by choice. Yeah.
kind of off the grid kind of thing.
Yeah, a lot of them are doing that on purpose.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Who would
don't
choose
have
that?
to pay taxes? I don't know.
I don't know if I would choose that.
A lot of them are what you would consider mentally ill.
It's too freaking cold, man.
Yeah. Well, there's one we used to have in New London. He would get arrested for trespassing just to get locked up, get a free meal, and that's what he did. He got tired of being outside. He went and trespassed on a property he knew he couldn't be on, and he got arrested. And then he came in, he got locked up, he had free room and board, and he got a free meal.
Imagine the police. Oh, Joe, you again.
That's how it was.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Paul. How you doing? Hold on. Let me get the position. Ready? All right. Yeah, my shoulder's a little tight, so be careful. I can't really put my arm behind my back that well tonight.
They would literally, and then someone decided one day, you know what? Let's stop doing this. And they stopped arresting him. Just give him a ticket. And then he stopped calling. He stopped trespassing because now he wasn't getting locked up anymore. But a lot of them are doing it by choice. People feel bad for them, but a lot of them are doing it by choice.
I saw one guy, he was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in a different town. And he was crossing the street. And a cop was coming by. And he flipped the cop off. And the cop got out of the car, just started talking to the guy. He goes, "Aren't you going to arrest me?" The guy goes, "Why?" He goes, "Because I'm drunk. You should be arresting me." Really what he was doing is he was trying to get arrested so he could
get locked up.
Yeah.
You
know, maybe that's
shelter.
Survival.
Well, somewhat.
Well, would you do that? If you had to, let's say you had nothing, you had no money, couldn't get a hotel, you don't have a home, you don't have a family that can help you out. You are all by yourself, legitimately. It's 10 degrees outside. You don't have anything to start a fire to keep yourself warm. And all you really have is the coat on your back and maybe a pillow and a blanket. Do you, after a period of time in the month of December, do you go do something drastic so it gets you locked up? So now you are fed and you are warm. Do you do that?
In an emergency, probably.
Okay.
But there's resources out there where they don't have to be outside anymore. 100%. And they have the shelter down there, down in New London, which they put them in houses now. They give them services. So they don't have to be doing that anymore.
But are they aware?
Yeah, they're aware. It's a network. They're all aware.
The people are aware.
They're 100% aware. If they say they're not aware, they're lying.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 100% aware. 100%.
So they have houses.
Yeah, they
Homeless
have full houses. They have.
Now we're not talking like dry houses, right? Or
houses. They're actually physical place. Lisa's wife could explain that to you too.
Who?
Doreen.
Oh, yeah.
They actually will go pick them up and take them to the homeless hospitality center, register them, provide them services. But the problem is a lot of them want to, I wouldn't say they choose or they have a habit and they go out, get drunk, and they can't go into those places when they're drunk. So they want to be drunk or they want to be high, and then they end up sending the ambulance to pick them up. They go to the hospital. It's a big circle.
David says our homeless problem here in Hamden is mostly drug addicts. You can not only stop, you cannot be at a stoplight or any stoplight on Dixwell Avenue, which is a busy road, without someone panhandling. It's gotten really bad. They are brazen and start knocking on your windows and walking in the street.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. But there's a lot of services out there for them. Like there's honestly the people that'll lose their job, they'll lose their house, and they have services now where they can go. They'll provide them with room and board and assistance in finding new jobs, but you have to want to go and do it. That's the.
I saw a guy panhandling in Willimantic, right on the at the end of the Frog Bridge where the light is on Main Street, and he had a propane tank with him.
Yeah,
he wasn't asking for money.
Yeah.
He just said, "Homeless, we need propane." Do you believe him?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
No, because a lot of those people are not homeless that are panhandling.
That I know.
Yeah.
I know people in Jewett City that panhandle.
Yeah.
That are homeowners.
Yeah.
I know one in particular.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are being put out by other people to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bring the money back, they split it, and a lot of them, they walk around and they have more money probably than you and me.
Yeah.
So you can't believe all I don't believe one of them.
Honestly. There was a girl at the end of the old exit 85. What is it now? 23? I don't even know.
Which one? Which exit is 80?
164.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, so exit 23. There was a lady out there for months, years. And her thing is she says, pregnant. And she had a baby bump.
The longest pregnancy you ever seen. Yeah.
Uh-huh. She was pregnant for close to two years.
Well,
I didn't know if
I'm hoping she had
given...
a C-section eventually.
God, she was going to give birth to an elephant for crying out loud. But she also had always like a cap on, glasses, and something covering her mouth. And I found out who it was. Like, I'm not going to say, but people would know her in town, and that was kind of like her job, just hanging out there, panhandling.
Yeah, they're making good money.
They're
not paying. They're making good money. They're not paying the taxes for it, and a lot of them, like I said, they're groups, and they'll be assigned their area, and they have to bring the money back. A lot of trafficking is done that way. You notice there's kids with them sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
you ever follow one?
No.
I think that would be interesting. Just kind of
see where they go.
Yeah. And then go up to them and go, you're not homeless.
I can guess where they go a couple places, but I can guess where they go a couple of places, but.
And you say, mom's house?
No.
Where would they go?
I would assume they go to like one of the hotels or stuff like that.
I saw
some of that big houses that have like 50 people.
I saw one lady. She had brand new sneakers on.
Probably driving a BMW.
No, but she was done with her shift, I guess. And she went and got into her car and drove away. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of them are all
crazy.
Scams.
Yeah,
because I think the real homeless people are not going to be out there panhandling like that. The real ones.
Why?
Because they're not interested in making the money.
What are they interested in then?
They're interested in going to the shelter or getting the alcohol or the drugs. The real homeless people, in my experience, are not interested in going out there and making that money. They're interested in getting their alcohol, drugs, and then going back to the shelter and getting the meal.
Got it.
Unless you're one of the real homeless people that are, like I said, lost your job with a family, stuff like that, and then they're going to try and work their way up. Because it's probably wrong to say all the homeless people are drug addicts and alcoholics, but there's ones that are trying to improve themselves for their family or taking advantage of the services that are available, and they're actually working their way up and making it better for themselves. And people may not agree with me, but that's reality.
Sometimes you need a hard dose of reality.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, we do live in little fantasy worlds.
Yeah.
It's like, it didn't happen. If it didn't happen to me, it not happened at all. Or if it didn't happen on my Facebook newsfeed, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
If I didn't see it, who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, Rich.
Giddy up. Was that time already?
I think it's that time. We've been yakking for an hour here.
Not many comments anymore, huh?
Oh, there were a few.
Okay.
There were a few. Basically about the days.
Oh.
Our holidays and stuff. So we do appreciate you guys spending some of your morning with us here on SNSN. And if you have an area that you feel is problematic in your town, go ahead and send us a message or whatever, and maybe we can pass it along to the people that
make those decisions.
Yeah, because I sure it's all done. I make the decision to show up here in front of a camera every morning.
They make those decisions.
They do. So anyway, thank you very much for coming on back, and we will see you once again tomorrow morning.
Giddy up.
Paul Lash will be. How many times are you going to say "giddy up" in 30 seconds?
Giddy up.
There you go. See you tomorrow with Paul Lash right here on SNSN.
Yeah,
There
Paul.
are a lot of places that you might think about when it comes time for new tires for your car or truck. But have you thought about Advanced Automotive in Griswold? Trusted for years when it comes to automotive repair, and now for great deals on tires. Advanced Automotive has many suppliers to beat their prices. Let Jess at Advanced show you. Advanced Automotive for repairs and now tires too. Advanced Automotive. Find them on Facebook.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com.